covering Southeast Georgia and the Lowcountry. This is WJCL 22 Morning News. See us now.
Well, good morning, everybody. It's right now 6 o'clock on your Sunday. We are so glad to have you with us. The number of coronavirus cases in Chatham County increasing, and it includes a staffer from a local high school. This morning, we've got the latest from school leaders. Also, we'll break down how some local churches are dealing with the coronavirus impact on this Sunday. Plus,
it's really sad to watch him. He had me poked and prodded so many times in less than 24 hours.
A South Carolina mom talks about what her 7-month-old is going through after he became one of the youngest people in the U.S. to test positive for coronavirus. It is right now 6 o'clock, and this is a live look from our Skyview 22 camera atop the Homewood Suites on the river. Good morning, everybody. Well, thank you so much for starting your day with WJCL. I am Chris Tatum, and this morning we have continuous coverage, of course, of the coronavirus impact across the globe. We want to remind you that we have the latest information that affects all of our areas scrolling at the bottom of your screen. We are updating that constantly throughout the day. Before we go to the latest headlines, though, let's get a check of that certified most accurate forecast. Melissa Hall's in with that. Hey, Melissa.
Good morning, Chris. Now, that shot that you showed us there downtown Savannah looking at the river, you saw those clouds, or you may have noticed those clouds outside. That's what kind of day it's going to be, a very overcast day. Now, rain will come along with that, but it's not going to move in until the second half of the day. Right now, very mild because of those clouds outside. We didn't cool down too awfully much. We do see some 50s out there. Statesboro, you're right there. And we'll notice these temperatures continue to drop just a little bit before that sun comes up right around 7:30 this morning. And once that sun comes up, we still don't see the clearing. Those clouds are going to be the norm all day long. Look at the temperatures to go along with this. We don't warm up too much, only getting in the upper 60s, low 70s today. Now, while it looks like it's going to pour down at any moment, I call it one of those Eeyore days. The clouds just follow you around. It's not going to rain at any moment. In fact, our best chances of rain are going to be later in the day, but those rain chances, they're not getting out of here. Even though we have that rain starting about 3 o'clock, continuing after sunset, well, those rain chances are going to stick around for the start of the week. Now, are the cool temperatures that are right around average going to be sticking around too, Chris? We'll take a look at that in your certified most accurate forecast here in a few minutes.
All right, Melissa, thank you so much. Well, we begin this half hour with the latest number of coronavirus cases. Now, across the U.S., health leaders say there are more than 25,000 confirmed cases. At least 300 people have died. Georgia now has more than 500 confirmed cases. 4 of them are in Chatham County. 2 more in Glenn County. 20 Georgians have died of coronavirus. And South Carolina right now has 170 cases. 13 of those are in Beaufort County. 1 also in Colleton, County. 3 South Carolinians have died from coronavirus as well. Well, Savannah St. Joseph's Candler Hospital actually now says it is treating a second coronavirus patient from Effingham County. We do expect state health leaders to tell us more about that later today. This is the second Effingham County coronavirus patient. And one of those Chatham County coronavirus patients actually works at Savannah's Beach High School. The principal notified the rest of the school staff and parents last night. Now, since students were on spring break last week, school leaders do believe their risk of exposure is low. Another Georgia state senator also now has coronavirus. Kay Kirkpatrick, now the second Georgia senator to test positive. Kirkpatrick is a member of Governor Brian Kemp's coronavirus task force. She is now quarantined. Well, coronavirus is forcing local churches to find new ways to minister to members at a distance. This morning, WJCL Shannon Royster looks at what some of those churches are doing.
The coronavirus pandemic is changing our lives in many ways, including how we worship. In fact, local churches say they're changing their procedures in an effort to practice social distancing. Compassion Christian Church says it's creating a new way to take communion in order to reduce the spread of the coronavirus. Leaders there are also asking its members to stay home if you or anyone in the household is sick and join them online instead. Otherwise, services at most of their campuses begin at 9 and 11 a.m. The Roman Catholic Diocese of Savannah is also making changes. Leaders there issued the following statement, in part saying, as we continue to monitor the coronavirus pandemic, there are to be no public masses celebrated in the parish churches or missions in the Diocese of Savannah beginning immediately. This also includes the celebration of confirmation. The historic First African Baptist Church of Savannah tells us they will only be conducting worship services online at this time. They plan to host a podcast. The Embassy Church in Pooler is doing its part to stop the spread of the virus as well. Church leaders there say church will only be offered live online Sunday at 10 a.m. Shannon Royster, WJCL 22 News.
All right, Shannon, thank you so much. And by the way, you can visit our website, WJCL.com, for links to the websites of those churches Shannon mentioned. Well, several local groups are stepping up to help people feed their families during this coronavirus outbreak. America's Second Harvest of Coastal Georgia hosted a drive-through food pickup event yesterday. Now, workers handed out food, including fresh fruits and vegetables, to people who need them. Organizers say more people came to get food than they had counted on. And South Carolina restaurants are only offering to-go service right now. But get this, you can now get beer and wine with that to-go order. Governor Henry McMaster issued an executive order yesterday allowing beer and wine to go. He also extended South Carolina's income tax deadline to June 15th. Well, a reminder this morning also, several local beaches are closed to help slow the spread of coronavirus. Both Tybee Island and Hilton Head leaders have shut down beaches, and Bluffton's Alljoy Beach also closed right now. One local couple wants their daughter home to ride out the coronavirus crisis with them. They say she's been stuck in Peru for weeks because of the global pandemic. WJCL's Jackson Kurtz talked to them and tells us more.
Diana and Walker Hamilton's daughter Blair was supposed to fly out of Peru 2 days ago, but earlier this week the Peruvian government closed their borders due to the spread of COVID-19.
Nobody can tell us when she's actually going to be able to get on a plane to come home.
Walker Hamilton's daughter Blair has been stuck in Peru since March 10th.
My wife has been beside herself, absolutely beside herself. Every day it's like get up in the morning and read the news and find out if anything's progressed.
They say their daughter and her husband were in the South American country visiting his family when they received the news.
The airport's closed, everything closed, and they were locked down in place, and they were given 18 hours notice that they were going to close the Peruvian border.
Thankfully, the Hamiltons say they've received help from local officials like Congressman Joe Cunningham, who they say has helped as much as he can.
My daughter's fortunate that his family is there. There's people stuck on a trail in a tent, with no food. They're trying to get, even basic supplies.
But are still just wanting their daughter to come home.
We talk to her. We can FaceTime her from where she is, trying to figure out if there's anything going on.
The Hamiltons say Blair has a connecting flight on April 1st, but are worried that flight, like the others before, will be canceled. In the Lowcountry, Jackson Kurtz, WJCL 22 News.
Jackson, thank you. Our thoughts are certainly with that family this morning. Well, a 7-month-old girl in South Carolina, now among the youngest U.S. patients with coronavirus. Shay Simmons gives us an update on this little boy's condition.
This is what you'd expect from a 7-month-old. Happy, messy, healthy. That all changed Tuesday when Emmett Doster tested positive for the coronavirus.
He woke up from a nap and had a fever. So we were just kind of going to play it out and see. But my mom was positive for the virus as well.
So that 104-degree fever landed Emmett at the urgent care in Elgin.
It's really sad to watch him. He had me poked and prodded so many times in less than 24 hours.
Tuesday's results have the entire family of 5 on lockdown.
My husband and I are both, legal guardians, so we're both under the legal contract from DHEC to stay at home. And of course, so we're all 5 here. They ask us all not to go anywhere since we've been exposed. And it makes sense because we want to help, not spread the virus.
As of now, Doster's 4-year-old and 2-year-old are not showing any signs of the virus. She's hoping it stays that way.
The kids are not quite, sure and understand why they can't go out, looking out the glass door.
Doster posted Emmett's story to spread awareness Friday, that post being shared more than 40,000 times.
It is very important, especially for, the immune compromised. So it's not really about us, but about everybody else as well.
For now, like the rest of the world, the Doster family is taking it one day at a time.
We're just glad he's at home now, and we're hoping and praying that, they take a turn for the worse.
And we all join you in those hopes and prayers for that. What a beautiful little boy. The time right now is 6:09 on this Sunday. Leaders in Washington meeting today to decide on a stimulus package to help people affected financially by coronavirus. Coming up, more on the next steps by members of Congress. And remember, you can help keep up with all the latest on coronavirus on our website, WJCL.com. The latest numbers and